I have been obsessed with Claude Code for quite some time now, and I've created loads of short videos talking about it. But in the past few months, a lot of people have been complaining about it getting dumber and dumber. Meanwhile, a new contender has entered the space that has completely taken over the vibe coding world. And if you open the Claude Code subreddit, it wouldn't take you long to find a post about someone saying they're moving to OpenAI's Codex. Even I, who run a TikTok account about Claude Code, was very curious about Codex and started playing with it. And I did that because I wanted to check which tool is actually better at solving real-world programming tasks and which one has the most usable features right now. So here are my thoughts on the two AI coding agents. So I want to compare these two CLI tools by using these three categories. Firstly, core features. Secondly, how the AI models actually act. And thirdly, extra functionality that comes out of the box. So let's start with the core features. Claude Code comes out of the box with a 200,000 token context window that in my experience fills out pretty quickly. So I was really glad to see that Context has a 1 million token context window that allows for much more coding before the context fills up. So I think Context gets a point in this category. In terms of pricing, both models come with either a subscription or a pay-per-use via an API key. For subscription, both models come with a £20 a month pro plan, at least here in the UK. But the main difference comes when you jump to the max plan, where Claude Code offers a £100 a month subscription, but OpenAI charges £200 a month for their max plan, which in my opinion is a bit expensive. So I guess Claude gets the point here. For the task challenge, I actually created this prompt for both agents, so they have exactly the same instructions. So we have a task manager application, create a complete runnable Next.js task manager application with TypeScript. The application should be a proof of concept that demonstrates core functionality without unnecessary complexity. And this is important because I only want to give one prompt to both agents. Framework, Next.js, language TypeScript, CSS for styling, in-memory local storage, no database. That will make it too complicated for one prompt. Package manager, NPM or Yarn. I think it will use their NPM. Core features. One, task manager. You can have a title, description, priority, and due date. You can view tasks, update, delete, mark tasks as complete, fill the task by status, all active and completed. And second feature, simple analytics dashboard. Display total number of tasks, show breakdown by status, display task by priority, show overdue task count, display completion rate percentage. And then I gave it some data structure for the task. Requirements, you have to state manage with hooks. You have to use APIs for CRUD operations. Mock data store, you have an in-memory data store, that's a repeat thing. Error handling, responsive design, type safety, all the good stuff. And it has some project structure for how the task should look like. Constraints, maximum 5,000 lines of code in total. We need a simple application, no authentication, authorization, no external UI libraries, no database integration, no testing files, no extensive documentation, focus on functionality over aesthetics, deliverables, complete file structure with all necessary files, fully functional CRUD operations for tasks, working analytics dashboard with real-time updates. Application should run with just npm install and npm run dev, include sample data, 3 to 5 tasks on initial load. Expected behavior, user can immediately create, view, edit, and delete tasks. Dashboard updates automatically when tasks change. All data proceeds during sessions. Clean functional UI. Proper error states when operations fail. Start with this exact structure. Begin by creating package.json file. Then proceed with the core application files in the logical order. Ensure that all imports and dependencies are correctly referenced so the application runs without errors. Generate the complete application code now. So this is the prompt I want to give to both agents. So let's see what they come up with. Okay, so we started Claude Code and we're going to run the init command. Okay, so it's done. And we already started the Next.js application. And now we just need to paste the prompt and see what Claude Code comes up with. Okay, so we're done. Let's see how it went. So we have some tasks here. We can mark them as done. And let's see if I have this task here. We bring it back. Everything is overdue though. Let's see if I click edit, I should be able to go. There are some UI problems here. It's sometimes picking up the white theme, sometimes the dark theme. I'm not sure why exactly, but we're not going to debug it today. We're just here to see how it does. Let's see. So if I put October, yeah, so this is not overdue anymore. You can create a task, make new video, some new video needed. Priority high, I think it's high. And then date, I like that we can do this. And okay, 1st of October, create task, make new video. So we have 2 tasks that we finished and about 4 that are overdue. And now if I look at the dashboard, I have 4 active tasks, 2 completed, 6 total, and 2 overdue. Perfect. We have a small analytics page, exactly what we needed. Okay, good. I think Claude Code kind of took care of everything, apart from the error states. Let's see, actually, can we delete stuff? If you want to delete this task, okay, so the error messages are alerts. Okay, active, completed, oh. Yeah, that works pretty well, I think. Yeah. Okay, I like it. Silvio likes it. Silvio is biased. Silvio has used Claude Code way too much. Okay, now let's jump into Codex and we're going to run the init command again. Okay, so we're done. And now let's paste the same prompt. We already started the Next.js server. So let's see what we're going to get. Okay, so it's done, but it ended up with a build error. To be honest, I've done this test before the video and I was not expecting this to happen. So let's see what happened here. Oh, okay. It was a configuration issue. It actually found it, which is all right. Let's see if I run the server again. No biggie, it actually managed to fix it, so I'm quite proud of it. So let's not deduct any points. So let's see if you can mark something as done. What happens when you mark it as done? Okay, it actually gets like, okay. Review onboarding docs. Okay, you can change the date. You can actually, do you have a calendar picker? Okay, priority high, update. Okay, and now we have a high priority here. And let's say create new video. Make sure to create it. Okay, and this is obviously high, and we have to do it by Friday. And the video is going to be released. You guys don't know, I'm in the past right now. Add task. Okay. Create new video. Hi. Okay, make sure to create it. Okay. And now we have 1, 2 tasks that are open, and we have 2 that have been completed. So view analytics, total overdue 1, completed, so active, completed, completion rate 50%, and we have some, okay, good, some stats here. Back to tasks. What I want to say about Codex, it made a bit less mistakes than Claude Code, at least in this task. Claude Code had this thing where some of the fields were in the dark theme and some of the things were in the white theme and nothing kind of made sense. So actually with Codex, I'm quite impressed. For a short prompt, not mentioning anything about colors, it did a pretty nice job. Can't complain. So I guess for this particular task, I have to give the point. And I'm actually so sad about it. I wanted it to go the other way around, but I have to give the point to Codex. Okay, now after all that, after all my disappointment, let's go back and go and see the extras, like the nice to have features of the app. So I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about agents and I want to talk about MCP servers. So when it comes to agents, Claude Code has an amazing customizable sub-agents framework where you can create your own custom agents by giving it prompts or creating some with Claude. And what I like about sub-agents, at least in Claude Code, is that it can run in parallel and achieve multiple tasks at the same time in the same terminal. And this is where I got a bit disappointed about Codex because it doesn't really have this functionality, but there is a pull request that's pending, so any day now? Any month? I don't know. So I guess the point here goes to Claude because there's no actual functionality of agents in Codex. Sorry. Okay, now, so when it comes to MCP support, Claude Code has actually a good extensible MCP framework. Codex has one as well, but only supports standard I/O. Claude actually supports HTTP and SSC as transport for MCP servers, and Codex doesn't really. And I guess the point has to go to Claude here because, sorry Codex, you don't really have native HTTP and SSC support. That being said, there is a GitHub repository that can do that for Codex, but I would really love to see some native support here. So, sorry Codex. So in conclusion, after all we've seen here today, from core features to pricing, to basic tasks, to MCPs, to sub-agents, I feel like there's potential on both sides.